Russian media are reporting that formal charges of espionage have been brought against U.S. citizen Paul Whelan and that the former U.S. Marine has denied the allegations. A lawyer working on his behalf, Vladimir Zherebenkov, has confirmed the charges and told journalists that he's applied for bail and that he is optimistic that bail may be granted because he sees no reason why Paul Whelan should be considered a flight risk. He also said that he was surprised to find his client in a positive mood despite the challenges that lie ahead. If found guilty of the charge of espionage, Paul Whelan could face between 10 and 20 years in a Russian prison. He's currently sitting inside Lefortovo prison, notorious KGB-era detention facility in Moscow. Meanwhile, the U.S. government is still calling for an explanation as to why he was detained in the first place on December 28th. The only detail we've received so far from the Russian Federal Security Services is that he was detained during an alleged espionage operation. We also understand that his arrest took place inside the Metropole Hotel in Moscow, where Whelan's family say he was attending a wedding of a friend. There's been some speculation among U.S. officials that the arrest may have been arranged in order to create the conditions for a prisoner swap with Maria Butina, the Russian citizen who last month pleaded guilty in the U.S. to a charge of conspiracy to act as a foreign agent. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, the U.S. ambassador to Russia, John Huntsman, visited Paul Whelan in prison here in Moscow, where he offered him consular assistance and then later spoke to Whelan's family over the phone. Some Russian commentators have suggested that the visit of the ambassador himself, rather than a lower-level consular official, suggests that there is more credibility to these allegations than may be apparent. Julia Chapman, CGTN, Moscow.